Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Almost Football, presented by FanDuel. FanDuel, the number one place to bet on sports. It's March Madness. Lots of good things to bet on right now. You can even bet on, they got the TGL Golf League over here. A lot of guys, you know what they say, the best Masters prep is on a simulator. That's also a stadium. That's also a simulator. But I'll be honest, we got the FanDuel ad read. I don't even want to, I like the people at FanDuel a lot, but I don't even want to talk about FanDuel that much because all I want to talk about is basketball. It's a long weekend of basketball, and of course, look, this is an Iowa podcast. I can at its core, really, like you can see what YouTube channel this is on, right? And there's how many games do we have this week? 40,000, about
63, I think it was.
Or is that 63? Is that games left in the tournament or just this week? It can't be just this weekend.
Oh no, this week we would have had 32.
Okay, we have 32 games this weekend.
No, we would have more than that.
Is that mathematically possible?
No, we had a bunch of games.
This is not a math podcast, is what it is. But I just want to talk, like, Iowa, Florida is on my mind. It's all I can think about today. Today's Monday, the day after, and this will come out on Tuesday. So I'm sure you've heard every take about it, but holy cow, the Iowa Hawkeyes. They've done it. They've stunned Florida. A team that John Fanta gave no chance. He said, child, please, if you think Iowa has a chance against Florida. And I'll tell you what, there were moments where, on Saturday after we beat Clemson, like I would love to talk about the Clemson game a lot, but does that even matter at this point anymore? Like, it was a great fundamental team win against Clemson. We're up 10 the whole time. Does that even matter at this point? Like, I would just beat Florida. The reigning champ, the 1 seed coming into this tournament. You know how many times Iowa's played a 1 seed in the tournament in that 9-8 game? About 1,000, it feels like, in my lifetime. You know how many times I've seen them go to the Sweet 16? Now once. They have not been to the Sweet 16 since 1999. They're going now to the Sweet 16. Ben McCollum, his first year, he brings a bunch of D2 guys over from Northwest Missouri State. Northwest Missouri State just beat a 1 seed. They just beat Florida. I don't know. None of people are kind of jumping over that narrative. I love right now. You can look. Everyone's posting the graphics like in the transfer portal era. Here is where every starter was at last year. And all of them make a ton of sense. And then Iowa's is like Northwest Missouri State, Wyoming. Oh, we got here's another logo. Drake. Here's another logo you won't recognize. Here is a local high school. And like
isn't there a Robert Morris on there?
Yes, Bob that's our hero of the day, Alvaro FOLGUEIRAS.
Yeah.
And we'll get to him in a second, but it was just such an incredible, surreal moment. Like, as an Iowa fan, we've never seen this in basketball, and it took us for so long to get here, and it's glorious. In the way that it happened, there's just so much going on. Like, we're going to cover this in a little bit, like kind of like like the movie Memento. It feels like a little bit like where, you go, the beginning is the end and the end is the beginning. So, like, this is going to be heavy Iowa up front. And then, like, eventually, hey, like, I'm sure some of you sickos want to stick around and hear about Kevin Willard threatening to fire his staff at halftime. Like, we'll get to that eventually, right? But ultimately, right now, we're just going to talk about Iowa basketball. First time since 1999. Zach, what were you doing in 1999?
Oh man, I was a freshman in high school, so probably seeing if I could call out of school to go watch a tournament. Like, yeah, man, I was always having to be sick those days. My dad would allow me to be sick. So
yeah, it's funny. Oh yeah, it's funny. Nine kids had the flu today.
I never missed school.
Someone call the nurse. Yeah. We've got an outbreak going on here.
I never missed school. Went to school almost every single day, except I'd always try to get out the Thursday, Friday, March Madness. 1999.
It's a long time. I don't think anyone's ever thinks that, like, Iowa basketball is necessarily a bad program by any means, right? But like 1999 is a long time.
Yeah.
Still for Iowa basketball and for anyone really. But like, even like 1999, like if I'm reading this correctly, I think was the number one movie at the time at 1999 about Gone with the Wind, potentially.
That's
Dr. Strangelove. I'm gonna guess if we're doing it. I think Fight Club was 1999, 98 maybe. Terminator? No, that's too early. Too late.
Oscar night. Let's see.
1999. Gladiator? Or is that 2000?
It was Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, it's a good answer.
Saving Private Ryan. 1999.
Or maybe Iowa's basketball's win is just a testament to how longevity of Spielberg's career is what this really is.
Yeah, pretty yes. Yeah, yes it is.
Tom Hanks.
So that would have been Shakespeare in Love was the Oscar winner.
Iowa beats Florida, and it's such a remarkable way. Like, I think this is the most, so like obviously FOLGUEIRAS is kind of like the three is the moment everyone's going to remember.
Mm-hmm.
But in many ways, what everyone should kind of remember is that Ben McCollum just coached circles around the reigning national champion to open up this game, for sure. Like, the way that like Iowa comes out of the gate and they open up with you wouldn't assume it was going to happen after the way they opened up with a alley-oop pass over. They throw an oop to a six, I believe, I think it was to Manuel. I'm going to say it was for the sake of this. But anyway, it's a guy who's not Alex Condon's height, like at least 4 inches shorter than they throw an alley-oop to him that just gets blocked immediately. It's like, okay, is this really how we're going to approach this game? But then after that, Coach McCollum just coaches circles around him, getting pretty much everything that they wanted. They were running this kind of like action of setting screens on Condon just to get like easy buckets there for a little bit. But it was kind of weird too, because like if you were breaking down the formula on Saturday of like how does Iowa beat Florida, you would say that probably we hit like 1 million threes and Florida missed 1 million threes. They got in a lot of foul trouble. Iowa does get in, or not Iowa. Well, actually, both teams were in heavy foul trouble a lot of this game. So I can't say Iowa was in foul trouble too, but Florida had a lot of fouls. Iowa didn't really shoot well from three. We were shot 9% from three in the first half. Bennett Sturtz, who, like, I think when I had my bracket, by the way, which says Iowa over Florida. I don't know if you see my bracket or whatever on here, but it's how did Iowa sports guy picks Iowa over Florida. How did he come to that conclusion? We'll find out. But like Sturtz just does not play well in the first half or this game at all. He makes no threes the whole time. He like has one cool move off the baseline, I think, to tie the game at 4 to open the game. And then after that, it's like, what was he doing besides creating a bunch of attention? Who knows? Just the way that McCollum ends up pulling this game out, where it's like Combs and it's Manuel and it's FOLGUEIRAS, shocks me. Like, not only is Iowa winning this game shocking, but it's the way that we were able to win this game is shocking. And almost the way that when I think about it, and this is maybe just super Iowa guy, he went full like Kirk Ferentz in the way he had to win this game. Like, you look at the stats sheet and you look at the players who impacted, and you're like, how on earth did Iowa just do this?
I think the fun part about the NCAA tournament at times is you only have less than 48 hours to scout some of these teams. And, you know, like Iowa on the back half of their year, you know, what they lost like 6 of their last 8 or whatever it was, like stumbled down the stretch.
Yes.
But when you're in conference play, you're getting scouted. You know these guys. Like, the Big Ten is a well-coached league this year. So you got a bunch of guys that know the scouting report. They know how Iowa's going to play. They know that, like, hey, this is what they're going to try to do. Well, in the NCAA tournament, when you have a team like Iowa that, like, their sole goal is to make you play out of your system, that's where the trouble comes. And I think, you know, all these guys are college players. They're all really well coached, but there's still something mentally in you that's like, oh, we're just better than these guys. And then you get trapped. You know, I like how you talked about Bennett Sturtz. Like, he didn't have the best game, but they're out there running a box and one on him a lot of times. And, like, if you're not doing that every single game or a large portion of the season, like, your whole defense is kind of discombobulated. And that's what you saw a lot with Florida. It was like, just wasn't a regular flow because they're chasing a guy around who is arguably probably the best player on the court, but he's having one of, you know, not a great basketball game. But like there was one point where like Boogie Flam like chased him like in the middle of the half court set, almost all the way to half court, and the action's not even close to that.
Yeah.
So you're getting a lot of things that are just like in the Florida players' heads because they're down 12 at one point, and then they cut the lead, and then they can't get like over that hump to like start pushing away to get a 6, 8, 10-point lead, like we saw in a lot of the other of these tournament games. It's the dude can coach. Like we know, it's been fascinating. Like at Drake, even before I knew you know, he was going to go to Iowa, and you start telling me all about him. Like, you watch these kids, and they just buy into a system. And you're seeing that now with Iowa. Like, you're still like, these kids still were at a D2 school 2 years ago. It's wild. Now, one of them has developed into a lottery pick. That always helps. But just the system that he runs, it causes so much chaos. I mean, that's why they were so good out of the gate at the beginning of the year, because you're having to match up with them for one game. You're not getting a lot of scout. You're not getting a lot of tape on them. And that's why they had a really good run that first, like, 2.5 months of the year. And that's how it happens in the NCAA tournament is you only have less than 48 hours to scout a team, to get everything on their tendencies. And a team like Iowa, who's going to play a different brand of basketball than most other teams in the tournament, they got them. And they played like they controlled the basketball game.
No, Iowa got exactly what they wanted the whole time. I mean, like, it was outside of, I mean, a couple of, you know, I'm sure a couple things, you know, don't go our way. Like, Florida takes the lead late in this game back from us after we had the lead for a very, very long time. And it felt at the moment I was like, oh, shoot. You know, like, this is it you know, if in a neutral watch, that's a moment where for a lot of times I'm like, well, once Florida gets the lead, you know, they're not giving it back. But I think a lot of it too, like you said, like the McCollum coach, like this team, like, and I think it's evident from early on, like they have no quit. Like, they are as tough as nails. They fight out. And like, Koch hits it's not going to be the shot that everyone remembers, because like the FOLGUEIRAS one in the corner is what everyone's going to remember. Like, they go down 2, I think it's like 65-63, and Koch just like pulls up and hits a 3 right in Florida's face to make it 66. And it's like, okay, now we're throwing punches. Right? It's not just, you know, like, oh, we got all the way to round 5, and then like it's you know, Florida's just going to be the only one throwing now. But it was like, that's certainly a moment I'm gonna remember for sure. You talk about that.
Yeah, it was a great game. I mean, the winning play was just a great play.
Yeah.
And it's almost like he's like, oh, they're going to press you, and this is what we're going to run.
Yeah.
And
so
it doesn't look difficult, but it's like in the moment, it's a difficult play because it has to go right, and it went perfect.
Yeah, so that was such a strange sequence too. So you get with, I believe the score is, you know, I was down 1 at the time. They get like Sturts. You get what you want the first time too. You have Sturts with the ball. It's like, okay, dude, like pretty much full shot clock, and he's like, just go make a play. Like, this is your chance. And like, I like too that Sturts still, despite not playing the best game ever, he's still like, give me the ball. I'm gonna go make the play. Like, he's still like, I'm the best player. Like, give me the ball right now. And he goes, he doesn't, the shot doesn't go, and we foul, and then they miss a free throw, and then we get our chance, right? And this is maybe a thing too of where it's like, okay, Henry, hindsight, how'd you come to that conclusion? And Todd Golden says he's going to do the thing where they foul up 2. And it's kind of a thing that they, I guess, like coined and started, was kind of their plan. And they're like, that's how Sturts got open so much in space, because their plan was to go foul. And like, yeah, when you start creating a new concept, it's going to look weird and it's going to look stupid sometimes. But I feel like going for the 4-dimensional chess move with foul 2 is just like, hey, like if you're the number one, like in a neutral setting, again, if you're the number 1 seed, like you're the 1 seed, you're not the number 1 overall seed, but you're a 1 seed, you're playing in 19. Do you not just have the confidence that you can just go get a stop with 8 seconds?
Get a stop.
Or force them into a really tough shot. And if they go hit it in your face, then they go hit in your face. But like, do you really, like, okay, if you're playing Duke, maybe you pull out the 4-dimensional chess move.
Yep.
Like, you pull out your best trick. But like, if I'm a Florida fan, I'm like, did you have to try that against Iowa and then it blew up in your face right away? Like, what's going on?
It just got like McCollum makes the other like he was in Golden's head. He was in Golden's head most of the game.
Yeah, because literally, because Golden comes over after the FOLGUEIRAS brawl.
Yes,
starts at the beginning of the game. Which let's jump to that in a second, because I kind of want to cover the ending sequence of this game a little bit more too. I want to talk about, because I'm curious if you thought about this as well. So after, like, Sturts obviously gets the pass to FOLGUEIRAS in the corner, hits the 3. I love to. There's a video of, I don't know what reporter or what guy is sitting right behind FOLGUEIRAS.
Yep.
Hits the corner, and he turns, and there's a guy just right in the stands behind him, and it went full, like, FOLGUEIRAS is from Spain. It turned full into like Nadal tennis match, where just 2 guys behind him stand up and just go, Ramos, like.
It might have been it might have been his uncles or something. Like, whoever was with his mom. Was that
Ramos? Like awesome moment. Like now, I wish I was taking advantage of that more because boy, standing up and giving a vamos is just. I don't know if there's a better feeling than that. If Folgueiras hits any shots down in Houston, I'm going to be standing up and giving out some vamoses. But so they get the ball with 3.9 seconds left, right? Which is enough time.
4.5.
4.5. Couple of things I think about. I'm thinking about, okay, Kentucky, Santa Clara a few days ago, similar situation, except like it's a 3-point game. Santa Clara's coach doesn't get to call timeout and get a defensive set. And Kentucky just goes down and hits a shot because it's in panic mode, right?
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, we got the timeout. We get our chance. It's the first thing I think of. And I think about two was that Florida was in this same situation against Wisconsin. Like, how long ago was this now?
About 10 years ago now.
The guy just runs down and hits a three and goes and wins the game. And I was like, oh my God, please do not let that happen right now.
Yep.
Because again, too, like we're only up one, you can't foul. Or like you can't let them run into you and draw a foul. And then this dude, Savion Lee, just drives right, like he just runs right to the bucket and he passes it. And I don't know if it was like, was it early? Does he have like early onset Ben Simmons? Did he?
Well,
what's crazy is he played a great game. Like
who was the announcers in that? Who was the announcer? Well, whoever the color guy was said it. He was like, "You want to make them catch the ball out of rhythm because at that first step and that first dribble, if they're out of rhythm, that's a second and a half, and then they're thinking." And it was exactly like it's you have, and that's what a lot of teams just don't do. You know, the Kentucky thing out of the time, just inbounds and go, that happens more often. But if you can set it on a timeout like they did. You want to make it as awkward and uncomfortable as possible because, like, he wasn't open for a three. He couldn't shoot the three. So the play might have been drive baseline, kick to, or drive, down baseline, kick to the wing, open shot. But there was no time because they picked him up. They made that first dribble a difficult one, and then now you're automatically thinking again. And it was great defense on Iowa. I mean, I give Iowa more of the credit for playing good defense than Florida playing bad offense with 4.5 seconds.
Sure, yeah. Well, it's also one of those situations too where it's like, how'd you get there?
Yeah. Well, you got Sturtz. I mean, I don't know how big Lee is, but Sturtz is what 6'5", 6'6".
I'm gonna call him 6'6". Yeah.
So you got a longer body who's quicker, like the same speed as Lee. It's just like Lee can't get a shot up, and it was great defense. It was exactly what they needed to do coming out of that timeout. Like make him put the ball on the floor for 94 feet. Once he starts getting closer to the 3-point line, make sure there's not an open window and your hands are straight up. Yeah, and that's exactly what happened.
And I do think as much as we're like, okay, Sturtz didn't have that great of a game offensively, and maybe I'm just reading the like wrong draft preps or like the wrong tweets about Sturtz. Like I don't know if he gets enough credit as a defender. Like when they beat Nebraska. Earlier in the season, like it was one of the better individual defensive performances I've seen from a guard in a long time. Like just at clinic.
I mean, he's long, he's active, he's got good hands. Like he's an NBA player, and so he's gonna give you problems just because, like, man, he just moves different on both ends of the floor. Yeah, and you saw that in the last 5 seconds of this game.
Yeah. So again, working a little bit back now in the game. So the brawl, weird moment. So like they're tie up, pulling at the ball, and it ends up with Condon pulling at the ball, kind of throws Folgueiras to the ground, which then also it's like they're kind of tethered together, and he then also brings Condon to the ground with him. And what many camera angles could look like a punch. I'm going to stand on the ground of like as Folgueiras' basketball attorney. I'm going to say he was going for the ball. I haven't been in a lot of street fights or anything, but like it didn't look like it necessarily. And I totally understand. Like I understand everyone's point in this. Like I understand totally everyone's side. I understand how if you're a Florida player and you see the backside of this, it looks like Condon just got rocked. and this is a playoff game. Like, yeah, I understand why the Florida players jumped in there, 100%. I understand why the Iowa players jumped in there. Like, I totally get everyone's side of this. But also, I understand. Like, I think double tech was the most fair thing they could have done.
Fair, move on.
Yeah, I think it was the most fair thing they could have done. Now, that's the players' element to this. How Golden is stunned after, and I get like, hey, if I win a championship, I probably feel like I can get away with it. I don't understand. He goes over and yells at the Iowa bench, and then he's stunned that McCollum doesn't like it. Like, come on. Like, again, I understand everyone's like, I understand why Golden, like, what he sees, he is not happy. Like, it looks like Connie just got rocked and like just got punched, right? But then, like, dude, like, you can't go over and yell at someone's bench and just be like stunned.
Yeah, that was a little odd.
You know,
a little odd.
Yeah, but I do love. I mean, as an Iowa fan, like, I love McCollum's perspective on afterwards. He's like, you can tell he's like, oh yeah, they're just getting a little insensitive over there. You know, we got tough guys over here. They're getting sensitive. I was like, dude, I love it. I love it from McCollum. Like, I don't know if, gosh, I don't even know. This is where people make. It's for McCollum's first year. Everyone's making the comparisons to Fran. I don't know if enough people are making enough comparisons to Fran for this moment. Like, Fran, if this happened, Fran might have woken up in the county jail. I don't think you guys are ready for what Fran would have done in this moment. Like, Fran would have lost it.
Hey, shout out Fran making the tournament his first year at Penn.
Shout out Fran. Yes. Like, shout everyone, there do not have to be, like, I think both parties won in the Fran Iowa thing. Like, I also like, I do not root against Fran. Now, if Fran would have won his first game, a part of me would have maybe been rooting against him the second time, because I was like, if he goes to Sweet 16 immediately with Penn and we're out in like the first round or something, I would have been like, okay, hold on. Now we have a little bit of a
get a little problem here.
Now we got a little bit of a problem, but yeah, it's a massive moment in Iowa sports. It's a massive moment in just my own rooting interest. Like, I was thinking, what in terms of like pure joy watching a game, what it's up there for me with. Like, this is, I was a long. It's different too. Like, a lot of people are comparing it to Iowa beating Penn State in 2021, top 5 matchup. I was in the building for Penn State. I was with like my dad, so it has like sentimental maybe moment for me as well. But in terms of like absolute like shock and joy, I almost feel like I had more from this of like just holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, they're really doing it. Because like maybe it's just because I had seen us beat like a top 5 Ohio State and top 5 Michigan in football in Kinnick Stadium. Like, I knew it was possible.
Yeah.
Like, that they were capable of doing it. And we weren't 10-point underdogs either in that game.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe in the moment where Petrus hits the pass to Nico Reganey, I felt the holy shit. But like, when FOLGUEIRAS hit the 3, it was genuinely like, I had not involuntarily yelled in a game like that in a little bit.
Where'd you watch it at?
Just my couch, just at home.
Okay. You did that. You by yourself, like.
I did it by myself.
Moment is in. Beautiful.
Got to do it. Well, it's a Sunday too. I mean, it's you know, the day was we're taking it easy before then anyway. Okay. But if I'm comparing it, I think Avalanche Stanley Cup is still the biggest like sporting moment for me personally. And then up there too, like Broncos Super Bowl.
Nuggets winning the NBA
Nuggets was pretty awesome. The Nuggets was interesting too, because I don't know why. Maybe I think this run to the Stanley Cup was just a little bit more fun personally, like just from how I viewed it. But the Avalanche, we had seen win a Stanley Cup, and the Nuggets, it was just like, I don't even know if this is ever possible. You know, like, it was like they were one of those franchises where it's like, I don't know, man, for a long time. Like, it's like, and hopefully I'm saying it's about the Rockies. No, they'll figure it out. But this is about. But the point of this is that this game is up there with those.
Yeah, as it should be for you.
It's like it's at least top 6 right away, and hopefully we get more coming up this weekend. Hopefully it doesn't end just here. But they'll get Nebraska, who just, by the way, how how does the tournament always deliver these? Like, people are very out on March Madness, it feels like right now, and I don't understand it. Like, it, in the sense that, okay, it's fun when Loyola Chicago goes to the Final Four. But I think also, it's kind of fun when we get like Duke versus Patino. You get Michigan State versus UConn. You're getting Arizona versus Arkansas still. Like Iowa, Nebraska in the Sweet 16.
Yeah. I mean, people like the Cinderella is great the first weekend, and then you want to see the heavy hitters play each other.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of them. I mean, you get some great matchups coming up this weekend.
Like it is, and I'm looking at this because it was kind of crazy. It's like obviously my mind is fully on Iowa, Nebraska right now. Like I can't even. Normally I would be just frothing at the mouth for Michigan State versus UConn. I can't even think about it right now. I can't even consider it. But and it's weird too because I'm looking at this and I'm like, I think Iowa, Nebraska being in the Sweet 16 is a huge deal, right? It's a super fun matchup, but like it might not even be It might not even be in the top 6.
Oh no, it might be
most viewed games this weekend.
Yeah,
in terms of television numbers,
it should be a great basketball game.
It might
These
lead
are 2 really, really good basketball teams.
It might lead the statistics in like fan fistfights in the stands. Like I think the best thing I saw was like it was comparing it to like Slavic. There's a video from like a Serbian soccer match, and there's like fire in the stands and like flags there. It's like this is what the scene in Houston's going to be this weekend for Iowa, Nebraska. I'm so excited for it. I'm going to the game. I'm excited, making the trip down from Dallas to Houston. Here's my thing: was like these events they're harder to get to than you think.
Oh yeah,
it's not just like just go to the local stadium. Like when like Zach does when he's here in Dallas. Like just go to the Mavs game or something.
Yep.
Right? They're not as easy to get to. So my plan is like I'm just doing Iowa, Nebraska, and then win or lose.
Is it the first game or second game?
It's the first game on Thursday, 6:30.
Oh, you got to do both, dude.
Have you seen the prices of these games? We're not pocket watching or anything here, but
it's not a section. It's not a session.
No, it is. You get session 1. That's one ticket. Session 2 is a second ticket, and it's basically just doubling the price up.
So you bought a ticket for one game.
You get one game, yes.
And they escort you out. There's no way.
If they let me stay, I'll stay. But
wow.
It says on their session ticket to session 1, Iowa, Nebraska. Ticket to session 2, Illinois, Houston, which is going to be an awesome, awesome game. Like I'm going to watch it somewhere. And especially too, if I'm looking at the bracket, everyone was talking about Florida. It was like, I think I saw a quote where it's like Florida was a top 3 mismatch for Iowa when they beat them. And look, Bam dropped 83, which it feels like a year ago now too. But Houston is like the last team that I want Iowa to play in the entire bracket. I would rather play Duke. I'll be honest. I would rather play Duke. Like Houston is, and I tell people all the time, like everyone's excited about McCollum right now, and we damn well should be. Houston is like everything McCollum basketball is like building towards, is what Houston does right now.
Houston's the toughest matchup in an NCAA tournament, no matter who. Like you cannot prepare for that in 36 to 48 hours.
Yes.
You cannot.
Which is the ultimate compliment to, like, again, like I'm saying that Iowa in like what McCollum does and like how it works, the peak of it is builds to like Kelvin Sampson, Houston.
Yeah.
But we're in year 1 right now. Kelvin Sampson's been building this for years. Now, I'm not saying, again, Bam dropped 83. Things can happen, right? But if I'm looking at like our quadrant, it's like, shoot, we're in the Sweet 16. Let's go crazy, guys, right?
Yeah.
Can I trade out Duke for Houston?
Can you trade a team? Can we
trade them? Can we trade them out? Can we work out a trade?
We'll take that.
Like, I don't know. And it is but yeah, I mean we'll now I'll be there, Houston. Hope you're ready. I figured I have to go do this. I missed out on we didn't do the road trip for Panic New Year's, so go sleep in the car. Story to Greg is about. Other basketball did happen this weekend though. Do we want to work a little bit back from Sunday? Because during like 2 minutes into this game, St. John's, Kansas ended on a buzzer beater. And what's the guy's name who hit the buzzer beater? It's Dan something.
Something Darling.
Darling. Okay, let's just call him Darling. I didn't even realize it at the time. His first basket of the game is this buzzer beater against Kansas. Here's a fun fact about this. You know, there have only been like 6 true buzzer beaters in March Madness in the past 10 years.
Really?
Like true,
like at the buzzer.
Clock hits 0. Like not like FOLGUEIRAS hits a shot and there's 4.5 seconds.
Yeah.
No one has to inbound the ball. Like there's only been like 6. Great.
Okay.
And this is one of them to take down Kansas. To be fair, like St. John's did look like the better team the entire time. Outside of, Darren Peterson looked great, but St. John's did look great the entire time. I think they're kind of have knocked off the 5 seed vibes of them a little bit. Like they feel like a really, really good 5 seed right now. How much of this is just about Rick Pitino though?
Hey, dude, he's
in a good
way. Vampire. He's a vampire. He's
absolutely
the best
vampire.
Coach in college. Like, let me be. There is not a guy that knows basketball and coaches basketball better than Rick Pitino.
Are we just ripping our top college basketball coaches ever real quick?
No,
is that the plan?
Like he can be 1,000 years old. He's still going to the Sweet 16. He'll still be alive, and he'll still go to the Sweet 16.
Well, 10 years ago, he had a Hall of Fame career, top coach all-time career with what he did at Kentucky and Providence and going to the – okay, maybe we just –
Louisville won a national championship
in Louisville. Right. And then – well, I was more going to do we even do it? Is it almost better for his career if we don't include the Celtics? Is it –
yeah, I don't know about
we don't even – would his resume be even better if he just never went to the Celtics? Who knows? But No, I'm trying to pull up the stats. Like, obviously last week we were talking about it's pretty impressive that Fran McCaffrey gets 5 teams to the tournament. I think he's gotten 5 programs to the Sweet 16 just himself. No, so he's okay. So he has 4. Providence, Kentucky, Louisville, St. John's, all been in the Sweet 16. And it's not like, okay, Kentucky, blue blood, Louisville, blue blood, but Providence and
Providence to the Final 4.
And then St. John's is has history.
1999.
Historical program, but I'd be blue blood is stretching it. And then also they hadn't been haven't been since 99. But how about just not had a pulse since 99?
Pretty much.
Not great. But he leaves Louisville with I don't know, he was picking and choosing scandals like they were coupons, right? And a lot of it we're going to use the word allegedly very heavily with Patino. But his career was pretty much done. And then he goes to Greece for a little bit and then goes to Iona, which it was that first half against UConn was awesome, but I don't know if we're it's
he had Walter Clayton at Iona. Let's not forget that.
He did have Walter Clayton.
He got Walter Clayton at Iona.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think too, it's Rick Pitino being Rick Pitino, right? Well, it's also how much of Walter Clayton is just where did he take him from? He took him from football or something. Florida State. I want to say.
I think so.
Okay, but regardless, I'm saying that him getting St. John's is there too, but also he was out and then now he just shows up and immediately St. John's Sweet 16 over Kansas, over Bill Self.
Guy, just how he coaches basketball, how he gets kids to buy in. No matter how, it didn't matter if he's coaching Billy Donovan at Providence or these guys now. Mm-hmm. He's inevitable, man. He's just, the dude can coach basketball. The dude will be able to coach basketball till the day he dies.
I do feel a little dumb for picking Kansas now in that round because Kansas was all over the place. It felt like since January, really high highs and really low lows. And then I watched a team go 19-1 in their last 20 games, win the Big East regular season, win the Big East tournament. And this is too not the Big East strongest conference this year, no, but still
still Big East,
still 19-1, still pretty good.
Yep.
I guess you know what I'm going to blame it on is that the 40-point UConn loss was hard for me to get out of my head. I'll be honest. As good as this, that was hard for me to get out of my head. That's what I'm going to chalk it up on. But now you got St. John's versus Duke, and that's going to be a war.
Yes.
This.
He hates Duke too. He hates Duke
because he's a patriot. Because he's an absolute patriot. is why he hates Duke. But I don't know. I mean, it's what he's done in just a few years' time at St. John's is absolutely incredible. As much as I want all the story stuff to be about McCollum this weekend, how great of a coach he has been, like part of it needs to be a little bit about Rick Pitino right now as well.
I think it is. I think people. I mean, it just Duke can coach basketball. I know it's as simple as that. Like when I've been at work the past couple of months, one of the heated debates we've had is like best hooper. Like who's the best hooper? Like Michael Jordan's the best basketball player, but like the best hooper. And some of the answers are like Kevin Durant, Michael Beasley, like, and then it just opens up this can of worms. Like coaching basketball concepts to college players.
It's probably Pitino.
It's Rick Pitino.
Or I mean,
Coach
okay,
K, like how
Wooden is like the gold standard of a lot of just like coaching,
but program building. That's Coach K. That's the Bob Knights. That's the Wooden.
He did. I don't know with six straight championships in a row. Is that program building enough? Is that?
Yeah. That's it.
You think he built anything over there?
But like just Rick Pitino. Yeah, Rick Pitino coaching basketball is just it's fascinating, man. It'll always be fascinating.
He is. Do we think we'll get the white suit?
Nah, I think he got retired.
Okay.
I think he got retired.
I don't know. Part of me is like just a dream. Do they have? You got to remember, this is a TV show at the end of the day.
Yep.
They have Shire, they have Patino, they have Izzo, they have Hurley in the East region. Are they willing to let Patino go out without the Final Four? Are the TV execs at True TV willing to lose Impractical Jokers and Patino at the same time? I don't think they have the courage. And I'm frustrated too, because literally all these teams besides Duke, I'd love to see advance. I would love to see it. Like I would love to see Izzo get back to the Final Four. I'd love to see Izzo go win it, frankly. Hurley, I don't know. I just like what Hurley and UConn do, so I'm totally fine with it. But gosh, it would be cool to see. But like if Patino going to one last Final Four would be so cool to see.
It would be awesome.
I think what I'm saying, just as a whole, is that college basketball is just really cool outside of Duke.
But Patino's not in the league. Like he's coaching St. John's for the foreseeable future.
I think if he wins, he has to retire.
I just don't think he's got it in him, dude. I think like he's
just going to coach till he dies.
He's going to coach till he dies.
He's going to die on the court.
And maybe that's why he's great. So he lived to like 300 years old. So he's in the prime of his career right now.
Yeah. Well, he said he's got to help his son recruit some better players to strengthen his conference record or his conference. So maybe he's got to wait for that first. So, awesome stuff there. And then where do we go from here a little bit? Working back, Vanderbilt, Nebraska, awesome game.
Just an unreal basketball game.
Being able to trade back and forth from Vanderbilt, Nebraska, and then Arkansas High Point was just like commercial break. Okay, this game rocks. Commercial break. This game rocks. Like the college basketball haters were sick to their stomachs on Saturday night.
Yeah.
So Nebraska too. I mean, credit where credit is due. Nebraska had never won a tournament game before this week. They are now in the Sweet 16. Similar to what we were saying with Iowa can be applied to Nebraska right now. It's just like pandemonium in the streets. Nebraska too. Like people were making fun of Portnoy because he was like, Lincoln's a great city, and it's like they got great fans in Lincoln for a city that has nothing. And I think people were interpreting it as like there's nothing going on in Lincoln or whatever. Like I don't think he's talking about the city itself. I think he's talking about like recent like athletics. Like I have a Nebraska friend down here. I was like, okay, if Nebraska just wins a tournament game in basketball, just wins in the first round. This is like on Tuesday we're talking. They just win a game. And it's this is in the first round, by the way, against Troy. If they win this game, outside of the sport of volleyball, is it the biggest Nebraska win in any sport in 30 years? Like
I mean, just
outside of volleyball,
too. Like it's,
but
that just. What if that shot would have gone in?
The Vanderbilt one? Well, the juice balls.
I mean, the best part about this game is like this game will be like this is March Madness lore, just like the Gordon Hayward shot that didn't go in is. Like,
I don't think it'll be
Tanner
as much
kid.
though. Like I think so much of the Gordon Hayward one is the national championship one, and then it's that Butler team had so much, like, just storyline all around them.
Won that basketball game,
and then it was it would have taken down Duke. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if, like, even if it's a really cool buzzer beater, I don't know if it would have been like, and they took down the Huskers. Like,
yeah. I just the sequence of it, though, like you said, the back and forth, and then Nebraska scores with 2 seconds left, and then I mean literally in and out. Like, that's about as crazy of an in and out as I've ever seen.
Well, I saw it was a great thing. It was like, here's some basketball photography for you. He was like, a shot on the left didn't go in, shot on the right did, and it's the Vanderbilt buzzer beater, and it's like halfway in the rim, right when the photo's taken, doesn't go in, and then the St. John shot where he's like throwing the ball up randomly. The ball is like 8 feet away from the basket when it leaves his fingers, just not even close. Like, it looks like he's just hucking it into the stands. It's like, that's the world we live in. That's college sports. It's pandemonium, like I said.
Oh, you're right. And that Arkansas game was great too. I mean, Akoff, Jesus, he's good.
He has, like, I don't know if anyone will ever be like Kemba Walker, star of the tournament, but he has like takeover games, every game ability, for sure. If they beat Arizona and it's just off Acuff having like 35 points, I think it could be up there potentially. Now, he doesn't have the, like, step, he's gonna do it himself, step back, like all this stuff. Or is that's a call for Isaiah Thomas, actually, is what I'm thinking of. But like, Kemba's run is so crazy, but like, it feels like, in terms of one player, just truly, like, it feels like every moment he has is so like, holy cow, how is he doing this? Team on the back.
He was just, I mean, as much as I hate to say it, he was just better than every single high point player. Like, there was nobody they could put in front of him to guard him. Like, it was just that the Chase Johnson kid got screened over and matched up on him, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, it's not going to work. It's probably not going to be great. I think Arkansas too is in a funny thing where who's having more fun right now? Is it, like, in terms of farthest from the mean? Is it Arkansas fans are having more fun away from the mean, or Kentucky fans are having no fun, like, away from the mean?
Oof.
I think the answer is Arkansas. Because at least, like, if Kentucky missed the tournament, I'd say okay.
It feels like, I think both parties are winning. Like, I think Cal
one is winning a lot more, albeit. Is this even a question? Back-to-back Sweet 16s first year. Yeah, Kentucky all over the place. Like, there was times in January, December where they might have, like, they were on pace to, like, there were moments where I thought Kentucky would miss the tournament.
Yeah, but they're very injury riddled. Like, you feel like there's the temperature in the room isn't as high right now. Like, I think people believe in Mark Pope. Like, they're going to continue to get players. Let's see how, like, next year might be different. But yeah, the answer is Arkansas. Like you said, back-to-back Sweet 16s, and then, like, this Arkansas team is playing really, really well. And they got arguably the best player in the tournament out of the last weekend.
I'd say with Darren Peterson's out, what's even the argument for better player right now?
No, I'm just talking about play, like, the 2-game stretch.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, the Boozer kids arguably number one, but then they haven't played great basketball.
No. Well, that's what too. Like, I didn't even on the sheet. Like, you remember when Siena was up 16 on Duke?
Yeah.
that was 8 years ago.
That was back in November.
Yeah, that was crazy. So that was the first time a 1 seed had ever been down more than 16 points at halftime.
That's crazy.
And I see that stat, I'm like, oh my god, Duke is totally going to win this game.
They're winning, and they're going to win a national championship.
Yeah. Well, I was discussing this when they were playing TCU, right? I was like, okay, this is like, bar talk. Like, if you're not a 1 seed, let's say you're TCU right now, how much do you have to be up on Duke to feel comfortable? I think it's pretty high. Like after watching, Siena was up 16 again, like most, and it's Siena, right? But they're still playing really good basketball, right? How much do you have to be up on Duke to feel comfortable? I said if I'm TCU, I need to be up 15 or more for 5 uninterrupted minutes in the second half. Was how I felt. Like that was how good. Like the problem is they can go on a 10-0 run so fast. Like a 10-point lead in the first half means nothing to Duke. It means absolutely nothing to them. They are so dangerous in that way. They can score so fast. So I think my answer is for everyone else, like Michigan State, UConn, whoever they run into the rest of the way. St. John's, I think it's 12 points for 5 uninterrupted.
I think it's 12 points.
For 5 straight minutes, I'd feel pretty good. Like if you're up 12 and then you're only up 8 right away. But like if you maintain a 12-point lead for a little bit, I'm gonna be like, okay, you can probably win this. And no one has done that obviously yet, but get my point.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's I'm sitting here trying to think
Mm-hmm.
because you're right. They haven't played the best basketball in the past couple weeks. Like
Mm-hmm.
Florida State had them in the ACC tournament, but and they're still like, I think 12 points is a good number.
Okay. Yeah. What else do we have on here? Santa Clara, Kentucky. That was crazy, right?
That was a great game.
Pretty cool. Kevin Willard. This is a while ago. Loses Utah State, and he goes to the. They were interviewing a lot of losing coaches and losing players at the half. I noticed. First round, kind of a weird move, but I guess we're just allowing it now. They go to Kevin Willard, and he's like, "Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to fire my entire staff. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Yeah, I'm just gonna go fire and get my whole staff, get a new one. So I'm gonna fix this. What's going on out there?" And then they're just like, "All right, and Kevin, back to you in the booth." And the whole booth is like, okay. He's clearly joking. He's not. I mean, we'll see actually, but like in the moment, it is a joke. But the problem is that I think outside of like off the top of my head, who I'm thinking of, like maybe 2 right now, college basketball coaches are not funny. They're not known for their comedic bits. They're not known for their like stand up, especially at halftime of a tournament game where they're pissed because they're losing.
I just went at half. I think this was like a first half timeout.
Well, this is again too why I'm very anti interviewing coaches during a half. Like any sport, I think it's so dumb that they do that. Like I hate it in football where like the offense is driving down the field and Harbaugh's doing an interview. Like what?
Yeah.
Like you had all the time in the world to do this differently. Like go do something else.
Well, I mean, it's funny, but not funny. But like in the post game interview, he was like, "Yeah, man, it was a joke, but also my life's a joke." And I was like, "Okay, all righty."
Yeah. That's what like college basketball coaches. They're all crazy.
Yes.
All of them are crazy, and I think the Big East makes you even crazier.
Yes.
Like if you were crazy, you got 10x crazier when you stepped into the Big East.
Yes.
That's how I feel about that. High Point beating Wisconsin was cool, and this is what. So we're in the round of we're in the Sweet 16 now. High Point feels like the only really big, like it's the only mid-major upset.
Yeah.
And then even heading into this, they're like, "What is Cinderella dead?" I don't think Cinderella's necessarily dead, right? Like the concept of it, but it's like I don't think Texas in any sport will ever be considered Cinderella. I don't care if they're an 11 seed. I don't care if they're a 16 seed. Like it's just not how it's going. And credit to do we want to talk about that game real quick? Texas Gonzaga, because credit to them, but also is Gonzaga just permanently broken right now?
This wasn't a very good Gonzaga team, and it was always there was always weaknesses. So like coming into the Texas game, I'm like, this might be the game they lose.
Well, I guess my thing is that I put Gonzaga to the Sweet 16, and looking back on it after the Texas game, as I'm watching them, they're up on Gonzaga. It feels like a long time, right, for most of this game. I'm like, would I have put Gonzaga in the Sweet 16 if it was the same team, but they were wearing St. Mary's jerseys?
Yeah, that's a great point this year.
Would I have done that? Probably not. Like, I don't know, like, what I have had, like, I probably would have done BYU. Like, it's not that I was maybe up on Texas as much as they went out there and still won the game. They deserve all the credit, but I don't know if I would have done it. And now, what I don't want is that people are jumping to the extreme that, like, Mark Few, should he be fired?
That's
I'm like,
terrible.
that's crazy. You know how many coaches would like, okay, and he's going to go to KU immediately and win 4 championships? Like what? That's a crazy move. Like Gonzaga, you should keep him around for sure. But like, yeah, they're in a weird stretch right now. I think they got some stuff to figure out. And like, obviously, the injuries did not help. They lose one of their bigs earlier in the season. Not great. Good. Does he impact this game for sure? But I just think Zag is in a weird stretch right now, and I probably should have been like,
got him the past 2 years too.
Yeah.
So and they get. I mean, they get transfers. It did help out that they had that run where they got Chet and they got God, what's the kid from Orlando? They literally got the back-to-back number 1 players. No,
no, he didn't even go to Gonzaga.
Oh man,
I was picturing you said Orlando, and I went to Orlando Magic immediately.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh wait, Suggs.
The Suggs, yes.
Okay.
So I mean, it helps that they got the number 1 players coming out of high school, and then they hit on those guys, and it's, I mean, look, they'll be fine. They'll get a good class in. They'll get some transfers. They just need to stay healthy. But yeah, this team never felt complete. But then when you go to talk about Cinderellas, I mean, like the Cinderella team is at Iowa. Like this is Drake's basketball.
Is Cinderella Iowa right now?
Like Drake would be in the Sweet 16 if McCollum was there this year.
There's a great account on Twitter if you don't follow. It's called Mid-Major Madness. It follows every single mid-major thing that's happening the entire year. And they kind of tweeted, they're like, Cinderellas are still alive. It's like mid-major Cinderellas are alive. It's just they're wearing an Iowa Hawkeye jersey this year.
Yes.
Like when you look at this, it's like this guy was at D2 2 years ago, won 4 championships there. Was it Drake last year, and then now he's Iowa's coach, and he brought all of what made him great at the other spots with him, and it's working here. So pretty crazy stuff. I'm trying to think of other big points to go off of here. I will say, first day, I felt really stupid for my bracket. I was like, this is bad, guys. This is historically bad stuff happening. I think we ended up okay, but like, so I had Troy over Nebraska in my bracket.
That was an emotional pick.
It was, but I also was not the only person picking this game. Like Troy had quad 1 wins over the year. Like it was a fairly popular upset, right?
And Nebraska beat them by 1,000.
It's like the second game of the day too. So I'm starting off the day, and like first, there's a moment where Ohio State, who I picked in the first game of the day too, is down like 15. Like they didn't look super competitive. It ends up being a super close game, right? But they don't look competitive. And Troy's down 40 against Nebraska. And I'm like, I might not get a game right this whole tournament. Like this is a disaster. I don't know, like your bracket's gonna fall apart at some point, right? But I was like, we didn't even make it 30 minutes into the tournament. Right. I had like USF looked horrendous against Louisville. I know that they covered at the end of the game, so like legends forever for that. But like they were not competitive against Louisville. They looked terrible against them. Akron, worst pick of my career against Texas Tech. Like what was I even thinking? That's the problem too. When you pick an upset, you look like a genius in the moment when you get it right. But like, oh my God, it's like, how on earth did I ever think that Troy would beat Nebraska?
Yep.
How did I ever even let that cross my mind? Now I will say it is more fun to think like, hey, Akron, if they can just get to Bama, no Aiden Holloway, like what happens? But then like Bama just goes and wrecks Texas Tech too. So I'm like,
just smoked them.
Would that have been 1,000-0 against Akron? Oh my goodness. It would have been really bad. Hofstra though, great first half. I mean, against Bama. Credit where credit's due for the Hofstra pride out there against Bama. Good stuff. Some of these games, it just felt like they were at like years ago. Like I couldn't tell you one sequence that happened from Purdue Queens.
Who?
Couldn't tell you. Oh, Braden Smith assist record that happened.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Is that a little monkey off the back for Purdue? You think now? And Braden Smith?
Maybe so.
It's kind of
Queen's coach
analysis we
rocking
need
the
there.
ugly Christmas sweater.
I completely forgot about that.
Yep.
That should have been a major moment in my life, and I just completely forgot about it. No way. I did. Apparently, we had some friends that were in St. Louis for that, and they called, like, there's a ticket allotment they have, and they called the Queens athletic department. They're like, "Hey, did you get rid of all your tickets?" They're like, "No." Like, can we have them? They're like, "Yeah." They had to give them, like, they're like, "Can you wear these like Queen shirts though?" They're like, "All right,
Sure, absolutely,
sweet, okay, yeah." Just roll up to the game. Awesome. And I get it. Like, yeah, we got Purdue. Like, let's get some. I don't care if you graduated from here or not. Let's get you in there. Trying to think of other things going on. Georgia. What disaster? I mean, it's a good thing that got buried. But do they have an issue basketball wise too? Like, this is every year.
Second year in a row. They got beat by Gonzaga about 1,000 last year.
Like, this is twice as a coincidence, 3 times as a trend. Mm-hmm. We starting to worry over there about anything? No? All right. It's good. It's good podcast stuff we got right here.
I mean, they were a terrible tournament there in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Mike White can still coach, but it's God bless him.
No. I've got Iowa, Nebraska on my mind a lot right now.
As you should.
It does. It's just you split the series in the regular season, 1-1. Second game goes to overtime. The first game we win outright, but it's in the 50s. The score, it's 57-52. I think it's kind of like what I felt like with Houston last year. Like, I think if we keep them below, like, I think you want to play like a game below 70s. It's the way. If the over hits, I think Nebraska probably wins. But if the under hits, I think Iowa wins. It might be that simple. If you like Iowa, you should probably take the under as well.
Did you how many times you play them in the regular season? Once?
Twice. Split the series. 1-1.
Okay.
Yeah. Both each team won at home. The first matchup was like the phone in the face. Coach Hoiberg smacks the phone. Second one is way less drama, if I'm being honest. Just not nearly as way less going on. We should be good. What do you think? So the Big Ten has 6 teams in the Final Four right now. They went 13-2 to open the weekend. I'd like to think we get a team into the Final Four, but I also would not be stunned if we only had one team in the Final Four either. Now, so like as Big Ten Grant, like I should be calling for the all Big Ten Final Four, but like also right. I don't think it's like a huge criticism of the Big Ten either. If the Final Four is like Duke, Houston, Michigan, and Arizona.
Yeah.
Like I still think when you're looking at the depth of the conference, like where it's at, the strength of it at the time, like are the teams being tested? Are we getting the right, like a good amount of bids? Like, yeah, I think like it's in a good spot. Like I think we're doing what we need to. Like, and I'm not sure if like yeah, okay, if Duke wins it all this year, is it like the Big Ten was actually fraudulent? Like, no, that's not what that means. But like I think in terms of a depth thing right now with Big Ten basketball, we're looking good.
I mean, I think the 3 big major, like the Big 12, the SEC, and the Big 10, and they all at the end of the day have pretty good weekends.
Yeah. Some more than others. Some teams like the ninth. For some conferences, like the 9th team in their conference beat the champion of others.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that
could be.
Yeah, it's still kind of balanced out. I mean, what it boiled down to? You got 6 Big Ten teams.
You got 6 Big Ten. I'm gonna say 3
SEC teams.
Arkansas, Tennessee,
Alabama.
That's what I was forgetting. Yeah.
Big 12. Mm-hmm. Iowa State, Houston, Arizona.
Yeah. Iowa State, I don't know how I feel about. So they rolled yesterday. Who did they even play? I don't even know. Santa Clara? Kentucky. Okay. Oh, well, this is again too. It's like, okay, well, what do we think of Kentucky? But they lose Jefferson in the first game. I don't know. I'm guessing I've not seen an MRI result. I would not expect him to play the rest of the season. Okay. That's not me just being a hater. That's just like, come on, guys. We all watched it. All right. If I was a Kentucky fan, I wouldn't have been like, hey, I'm not being a hater, but I don't think Kevin Ware is going to play the rest of the tournament, guys. All right. I don't need a medical degree. And the injury was not nearly as bad, but you get my point. I'm really curious to see what happens in this game versus Tennessee for them. Iowa State was you could argue maybe it looked like the most dominant team of the whole weekend.
Yeah.
But I just don't like. I think Tennessee is such a sound team too, and they have a monkey off their back thing kind of too, where they got to get to the Final Four. That'll be a matchup sure to watch. But like Iowa State's in a really good position to get to a Final Four as well.
Who's the one seed on that bracket?
Michigan.
Okay.
So
Michigan's look really good.
Yeah, but it's like Iowa State is capable of beating them.
100%. Yep.
I know. I have Michigan in the finals of mine, so I'm hoping for Michigan to pull through. And also a Big Ten guy. And also I hate Iowa State, so pull through.
There we go.
All right, is that enough? Is that bracket talk? Is that good?
That was deep. That was some good stuff.
That was an hour. Do you want anything? You've been at 40 golf tournaments. Do you want to say anything about that?
Yeah. So let's see. I had my quarter one. I went Waste Management, Pebble Beach, the Cognizant in Palm Beach, and then I wrapped up with the Players. The Players is a fantastic golf tournament. Sawgrass is an amazing facility. Yeah, the Players is if you're a golf junkie, that is one that you should be very, very high on your bucket list to get to.
Mm-hmm.
16, 17, 18, just awesome holes.
Mm-hmm.
The whole golf course, 1 through 18, every single hole is fantastic. Aesthetics wise, like the beauty of grass is right up there with Augusta.
Okay.
It is well maintained.
Now we saw your course rankings. Do we need to rearrange it for a grass rankings?
Wait, so it's funny now that like I'm seeing courses all over the country, like that Florida kind of like Augusta area, like that's just different type of grass.
Okay.
And now Sawgrass is built for a major tournament like that. It is like, when you like doing what I do and you get to see all these courses, like for instance, the Cognizant at PGA National, awesome facility, but it's a resort. There's houses all around it, like awesome golf course. But then you go to Sawgrass and you're like, oh, okay, this is what like a major style championship course is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Like it is a golf facility. Like there's multiple courses at the facility, but like the stadium course doesn't have houses around it. It's a golf course. And it's just awesome to see. But yeah, I remember the first time walking on the Augusta National and just being like, I've never seen grass this green. That's kind of what Sawgrass feels like. Like it is just like there's nothing out of place, nothing. So the Allen hole is just it's aesthetically awesome. But yeah, like I said, the 1 through 18, every single hole was awesome. My job I was in charge of I got a new role, so I'm kind of in a leadership role. So I got to literally drive around the golf course every single day on a golf cart. It was epic.
There you go.
And so, Sawgrass is fantastic. So great end of the quarter. Oh, and then I got to see Messi play. And then I flew back to Denver. So it's been a good run. I miss everybody. I miss talking shop. But as Grant and Joey do know, it gets kind of tough in the with the hotel internet or not getting off until 8 or 9 at night.
Yeah.
So I appreciate y'all bearing with me. I apologize for not having videos, but it's tough to even watch like anything. Like I go literally a week without turning on TV.
That's why we bring you on to talk about it. So
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's why we bring you on for your expert analysis of it as well.
That's right. But I did get to watch a lot of basketball this past week. I got home on Thursday, so I watched Ohio State in the beginning of the Nebraska game on an airplane, and then kind of had it on the rest of the weekend. So it was nice to kind of catch up and get back in sports mode.
Well, the almost football heads don't know this, but Zach, unprompted, was wearing a Hawks by a Million shirt at the roller rink Sunday.
So it was spring break. So daughter had a list of things she wanted to do, and we went and saw some movies. And one of the things she wanted to do was go to the roller skating rink at Skate City, the local spot here. And I wore it on purpose. I knew that it was a huge game, but my wife did some fantastic filming of the family roller skating, and I had front and present was the Hawks by a Million shirt.
So hey, some loyalty on and off the pod. Right.
Being all over the country in the past couple of weeks, you see a lot of different like golf logos. You see a lot of different college logos, and I'm a big like when I see an Auburn shirt, automatic War Eagle. But I can tell you, I saw a couple Hawks, and I'd drop a Hawks by a million, and the reaction was pretty good. So, yeah,
there you go. Well, they might think. I mean, if they're given like you, I think if you recognize that shirt, you're probably aware of what like this is. There might be some. Not everyone listens to both, but like there might have been some people who were like, "Oh shoot, this guy."
No, it was just like a Hawkeyes logo, like a Peter Millar polo.
Okay.
But like I don't know, I was lingo to say like "Go Hawkeyes," so I was just like, "Oh, Hawks by a million," and like
that works.
I got a couple big smiles, so they must.
Yeah, that works.
Knew what I was saying, so.
With so part of I was weighing my odds if I wanted to go to this game today. Going to walk in the park. Not like a metaphorical one, like this is a literal walk in the park I'm at. But
down Katy Path.
That's the K Trail. No, I'm walking at a different park. It's K Trail for those that live in Dallas know. It's like an influencer event over there. I'm scared of that place. I'm not like going over there. But no, I go over to this park over kind of in my neighborhood and walking around it. And this guy walks by me. He's wearing a shirt that just says like tailgating is my shit. And that like all the eyes in it are corn husks. And it's like a black and gold shirt. And I see on the back, it's like a big tiger hawk as I'm like weighing my odds. And I was like, I have to go. This was the sign from the world that this guy, as I go on my little, like, let's think about it. Like this guy just rolls up. I'm like, that's just the sign. That's what I needed. That's all I needed to hear in order to get me to go. It'll be great. I think is that pretty much it? What do we got?
That might be it.
All right. That's how you end a podcast.
That's it. That's how you end it.
Joey doesn't have that. Should we just yell Ken Palms at each other?
I couldn't tell you. Yeah. Do we still do Ken Palms? Auburn. Hey, Auburn's still in the NIT. How about that? Let's end on that note.
War with Seattle the other day.
A war with Seattle. Yeah.
I was worried. First NIT. Who were you guys playing? I thought you guys were going to lose. I was worried.
South was it South Alabama? I couldn't tell you.
It was South Alabama. Yeah. Which also too, I don't care if it's the NIT. You guys have to beat South Alabama.
Yes.
But they will never let that go.
They'll never let it go. No matter if it was in the NIT.
Yes, that would be all sorts of bad. Let's just call it there. An hour of basketball. Fun. FOLGUEIRAS forever. Vamos, FOLGUEIRAS.
Forever.
One of the great sporting moments of my life, and hopefully we get more of those coming up here soon. We'll see you next week with this. I'll be honest. Next week's either going to be a disaster or one of the best that this has ever done. And a lot of you, you sickos out there, I noticed that after our bad football losses, that this show has way more views than it normally does. So let's hope we get no views then coming up soon. We'll see you later.